Yes sir, it's your boy Dubs Daily, and I'm gonna try to make this video as quick as possible because I am still at the shop and I don't want these guys interrupting the video and I don't want to be pausing all the time. But you guys see the title, man. It's time for these. I don't even talk shit about these because I kind of like the halogen look. It makes it look a lot more classic, so I won't even talk shit about them. But you know me, I always like a little upgrade, so I'm definitely going to be switching it out to a set of LEDs. It has projector high beams and then just regular LED low beams, and it also has halos on it. I'll just show you guys real quick so you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, time to get these out of here. I also do have my rims that I've showcased on Instagram. I have my rims that I may or may not install this video because I'm still currently waiting on lug nuts and also wrenches for my coilovers so that I can adjust them once I put the rims on. But if they don't come in time, then I don't even think I'll make a video out of it. I'll just show it on Instagram. But if they come in time, then I'll be putting them on in this video. But anyways, let me show you guys the headlights and I'll also show you the rims for those who haven't seen it on Instagram. This is just a one headlight. As you guys see, it has the halo around the headlight housing. I love that. It is it has the white DRL function, also has the turn signal function. You just got to get that wired up, which I have here, and it doesn't come like this. It actually just comes with the housing and then this plug, but the wiring I did separately, so I didn't have to do it in this whole video. But there are the LEDs for the low beams up here, and then the LEDs with actually, no, they're not projectors. They're just LEDs, but I thought they were projectors. But anyways, LED low beam, high beams, and then yeah, the halos. Now as for the wiring, I'll leave a link in the description that talks about how to set it up a lot better than I'm about to. For that video, he did it on a Mark 1 MR2. This is the generation after, but I'm pretty sure in terms of the headlight and the wiring and everything, it's all the same. So I'll leave a video in the description so you guys could watch that if you need something more in depth. But to try and go over it briefly, here, this red and green wire that branches off from the main harness, this is the DRL wire, this is the turn signal wire, and I added just some connectors there, and they're going to be spliced directly into the turn signal ball, because the turn signal on these acts as both the kind of like a fog light or a DRL, and then it has a turn signal function, so I'm going to be tapping into that. Now this connector I also got off of Amazon along with this 5-pin relay, which is needed to make everything function normally. This connector is going to be connected directly to the headlight, and then depending on whatever colors you choose to wire it. For this one, I have the blue wire on these is connected to the low beam. So I have that as a red wire. The red wire here for some reason is the high beam, and I have that as the yellow wire on these connectors. And then of course black is ground. Now as for the relay, this is a 5-pin relay, and when purchased it actually has 5 wires that come off the relay, and it can be disconnected. And on this side it actually shows you the number, like which pin is which number. So what you're gonna have to do to get this all set up, the red wire coming off of the relay is pin 87. The blue wire coming off of the relay is 87A. The yellow wire to the left is 86. The bottom wire, the wire at the bottom, sorry, the black wire is pin 30. And then to the right, which is the white wire, is pin 85. So what you're gonna have to do in terms of connecting it from the headlight to the relay is the low beam wire coming off of the connector is going to have to go to pin 87. The high beam wire goes to pin 87A. For pin 86 and 30, that actually does not get connected to this connector here. This is supposed to go directly to the actual OEM headlight harness, and they're actually supposed to be joined together and get power from the low beam pin on the OEM harness. So what I do is I splice them, join them together, and then I have one wire with one of these pin connectors, or whatever the hell you call it. I don't know the actual name for it, but this is going to plug directly into the low beam pin, or the low beam port on the OEM harness. And then as for the white wire, I have it as the ground. That's going to go to the ground on the OEM harness. When I get everything plugged in, I'll show you guys a little bit better. And there also is another ground. Yes, the ground from the connector itself, I don't think I told you guys. This one actually goes directly to the body. So when I get to set it up, I'll show you exactly how everything is going to be set up. But that is a quick rundown. Again, the video in the description is going to go into it a lot better than I'm able to. So if you guys want, you can watch that. But now I'm just going to pretty much start tearing this apart and get this done as quickly as possible and properly. After almost 30, like 40, maybe even 50 minutes, damn near an hour at this point, I was struggling to get this set up because for some reason, the high beam, all the lights are turning on at first, and then there were at points where the low beams were only turning on, and then I was getting no lights, and I had everything set up properly. So I was there along with the head tech. We're switching shit around, clipping the wires and all that. For some reason, we weren't able to get it to work. And then exactly how I had it set up the first time, we tried it the last time and we got everything to work. So I'll show you. I don't know why that happened, but the low beams are on now. Damn, it's bright as fuck. Those are the low beams. We're gonna go high beams. Those are the high beams. Now those center lights are on. And then I could quickly show you guys the halo like for the DRL and amber, but I'll show that when it's all done. Kind of running out of time, so I'll just get this shit back together. And okay, why is it not focusing? I'll get this shit back together and I'll showcase how everything looks at the very end. But to quickly go over it, because I don't want to say this setup is weird, but at the same time it's weird. The two wires that are joined to make that one wire that's supposed to go to the headlight harness, the pin to the right on the harness, which is the red and green wire, that is the wire you're gonna connect the joined wires at the relay to, and then your ground is gonna be at the top wire, and that's how you're gonna have everything working. Then the ground for the headlight wire, you're gonna ground at the chassis, which I did here, but I'm gonna do it a lot better so I have, you know, no wires showing and everything's neat. And then to quickly show you guys the wires, that's gonna be for the DRL and the amber. The solid green wire right there, it's not focusing good, looks horrible. The solid green wire right there that has the little gray stripes, that's gonna be the DRL. And then there's also a green wire here with a black stripe going along it that has those little gray stripes. That's gonna be your turn signal. So again, when this is all said and done, then I'll show, whoa. Okay, sorry. Then I'll show you guys, and then yeah, that'll be it. All right, so I finally have everything in. This makes it look clean as fuck. Despite the paint job, this looks much cleaner in my opinion. Some people might prefer the OEM look. I like this though. But now I'm just gonna showcase all the lights, let you guys see how it looks, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the wiring process, because some colors are different on the passenger side than it is the driver side, but as far as the locations, it's pretty much the exact same. But I'll let you guys see what they look like right now. So this is how it looks at the halo. This is what I love the most about these lights. Actually, let me adjust the brightness. Oh, look. Oh my God, look how that looks. At nighttime, this would look crazy. But anyways, let me turn it back up. Go up. All right. So as far as the wiring, on this side I told you guys the wires that are spliced together, the black and yellow wires off of the relay, is supposed to go to the pretty much the low beam power. But with this harness, there's like a switched ground, so it's kind of weird to try and figure out the whole wiring setup. But on this harness, if you're standing looking at the car like this, on the right side you have a red and green wire. At the top there's a red and blue, and then at the left side there's a red and yellow. The red and blue at the top is the ground, and then where you put on the two splice wires from the relay, you put that going into the red and green wire, which would be on the right side. And then the ground would be the white wire coming off of the relay going directly to the red and blue wire, which is the ground. On this side, it's pretty much the same setup. The top wire being, or the top pin being the ground, which would also be red and blue. But on the right side, this time it's red and black, which is where you're supposed to hook the power up. So again, the two splice wires would then go to the red and black wire, and then the white wire, which is the ground coming off the relay, would go to the red and blue wire. And then as for the turn signals and DRLs on the driver's side, the driver and passenger side, actually, the DRL is a solid green wire. And as for the turn signals, on the driver's side, it is a green and black wire. Yes, green and black wire. And on the passenger side, it's a green and yellow wire. But as far as the locations, as I said, going to the connectors, it's all the same. So, you know, hopefully that helps. But again, if you want a more simplified and direct description, definitely hit the link in my bio, and that'll show you exactly how to set it up more to a T. He goes a little bit more in depth. So shout out to him for providing that video, which allowed me to then set this up properly. But yeah, man, here's how she looks. I love it. Just to show you guys the rims real quick that's going on the MR2. Yeah. Painted them myself, so honestly, from this distance, it doesn't look bad, you know? It looks like a good job, but up close, you'll see the imperfections. But, it's a good 10-footer, 5 to 10-footer job. But, yeah, man, stay tuned, stay tuned. But that's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I did a lot more yapping than I wanted to, but honestly, hopefully all this yap helped out whoever needs help setting something like this up. Anyone who has a Mark 1 or Mark 2, MR2, it's pretty much the same setup wiring wise. And honestly, I got to give a big shout out to the Cherry Garage for posting that video regarding this car and swapping over to aftermarket LED lights. Without that video, honestly, it would have taken me a lot longer to try and figure it out, but that video was a big help. So again, for anyone who needs a more in-depth description, that link is in the description. So yeah, hit it if you need that help. Let me show you guys the halos again. Yeah, it's my favorite part about the headlights, man. This is my favorite part. This looks beautiful. You know what, right here, ooh, yup, that's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. Anyways, you guys know the vibes, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit the link in the description to my Instagram and hit that follow button. Show some love, man, because I got more updates coming for this, and I definitely haven't forgot about my RSX. You guys see what's been going on my Instagram. The RSX definitely looks different right now. So if you haven't seen, tap in. But more updates definitely coming for this. I'm probably not gonna, should I say for the next video? Nah, I'll just say it quickly. I'm not gonna do too much, especially this year. Body wise, I did want to get the rockers fixed this year, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it, because I might just do it when I have it parked up and ready for a motor swap, because I'm trying to just get through this year with this current motor, because it's burning a shit ton of oil. I'm trying to get through the year with this motor and then eventually park it up. And once I park it up, then a whole bunch of changes are going to be happening, but it's not going to be driven for a little bit. So that's the only thing that's going to suck. But when that time comes, then I'll probably do the rockers. But next is honestly wheels, and that might be it. I plan to get a body kit for it, so I'm not going to really do anything with these body panels right now. So yeah, stay tuned for all that. All right, that's enough yapping. You guys heard enough of me. All right, stay tuned.